Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the gang. We hope you stay and you subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, you are the real G. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming. Today it's going to be a hair video as you can tell from the title underneath. I will be giving a few tips for natural hair beginners. Now, I've had a number of people come up to me and say, Praise, I like your hair. I would like to, transition or do the big chop and become natural, but I have tough hair. I have this issue. I think it's difficult because my hair is really kinky. I might not be able to manage it. There are lots and lots of excuses. And there are a number of people who have actually taken this step and have become natural, but they're finding it really difficult to manage their natural hair. So because I get some of these questions very often, I decided, let me do a beginner tip for natural hair. So if you're just beginning your journey to natural hair, or you've been natural for a while and you feel like your hair has been giving you some trouble, these tips might be useful to you. So if you're interested in hearing the tips I have for you, then let's jump right in. My first tip will be embrace your hair. Love your hair. You can't really do much if you don't love your hair. You won't take the time to know your hair if you do not love it. You will not spend the time required to invest in your hair and ensure that your hair is properly done if you do not love it. Some people complain that my hair is too strong, my hair is too kinky, shrinkage this, shrinkage that. Embrace your crown, my dear queen. Embrace it. The beauty of black hair is that you can twist it, you can make it whatever you want it to be. It is whatever you put in that you get back. If you spend quality time, I'm not saying spend all the time in the world or time you're busy to do other things. I know some people are parents, some people have a 9 to 5, some people are very busy and all, but what I'm saying is love your hair enough to spend quality time with your hair, to get to know your hair and then know what you can do to improve your hair, and also know that your hair is unique. Now, I have 3 sisters and we are all natural. I can tell you that even though we are all 4Cs, the texture of our hair is different. We all have different hair textures. So love your hair. Embrace the one you have. It's easy to see someone else, and you see the grass is always greener on the other side. It's easy to see someone else and say, oh, I love the texture of this person's hair. Why is my hair not like this person? The one you have. Focus on it. Embrace it. Love it. And treat it well. So that's my very first tip. My second tip would be moisturize. See, this would have been my first tip, but let's say it's my second tip. Moisturize. I cannot overemphasize the importance of moisturizing your hair. If you have natural hair and you fall within the 4 spectrum, you're 4C, 4B, or even 3 or whatever, you will notice that one major need of your hair is moisture. If your hair is not properly moisturized, of course it will be hard. Of course it will break. Your hair will break if it is not properly moisturized. It will give you would not be able to manipulate it as easily as you want, and your hair will not be healthy. So by all means, do all you can to moisturize your hair. The most common type of moisturizer is water. You can always spray water on your hair. You can use a humectant. If you live in Lagos, Nigeria, for example, where the atmosphere is quite humid, you can use a humectant like glycerin. So just add water to your glycerin and moisturize your hair. Other forms of moisture are leave-in conditioners, deep conditioners, conditioning creams, hair butters, etc. Ensure that as a natural hair queen, you at least have a deep conditioner and a leave-in conditioner. It is important that every time you wash your hair, you at least deep condition your hair, and after washing your hair, you have leave-in conditioner to moisturize your hair. Your hair needs moisture. Your hair needs a lot of moisture. So please moisturize. Hair grease is no moisturizer. You know that soulmate cream we used to use. I'm not dissing any brand, but those creams we used to use when we were much younger. When you go to a salon and they put it on your scalp, that is not hair moisturizer. That is hair cream, that is scalp cream. So please don't put that on your hair in the name of moisturizing. There are very easy ways to moisturize your hair. The good thing about deep conditioning is that it helps with moisture retention and it strengthens your strands. So it is paramount that at least every time you wash your hair, you deep condition. It should be part of your wash day routine. So that's that for moisturize. My third tip would be protective styling. So if you're someone who often leaves her hair out, you would notice that your hair gets dry, you probably will not grow very fast, it's prone to breakage, and so on and so forth. So protective styling is your best friend as a naturalista. So what I'm wearing is a protective style. Protective styles are low manipulation styles. They ensure that your hand is not always in your hair. You don't have to comb your hair every day. You don't have to brush it out. You don't have to detangle it every day. So as much as possible, find ways to put your hair in protective styles. You can do there are so many styles. I mean, there's so many ways, there's so many protective styles. You can do a braid like this. So this is my own hair braided. You can just twist your natural hair. You can use hair extensions. You can do cornrows and use a wig whenever you want to go out. Just something that ensures that you are not constantly using heat on your hair. You're not constantly stressing the strands of your hair. You're not constantly brushing or pulling or anything that ensures that you don't do that regularly. Is a protective style. So as a naturalista, ensure that you protect your hair. Don't leave it out for too long. Protective styles also help, it also helps with hair growth. When you leave your hair alone and allow it to rest, it will grow. As long as the hair is healthy, as long as your scalp is well nourished, your hair will grow. Just leave it alone. My fourth tip will be get a bonnet. Get a bonnet. If possible, get silk or satin beddings. So you need silk or satin bonnets or head scarves, or silk or satin beddings. So your bed sheets, your pillow covers. The reason why we emphasize that you use satin or silk on your hair is because cotton dries out the hair. If you go through the stress of moisturizing your hair, taking care of your hair, and you do not use a silk bonnet, scarf, or bedding, all your effort is going to go to waste. So please pay attention to your hair. It is a rule. Never sleep without a bonnet. You never sleep without a scarf, and it must be satin. Your hair is not friends with cotton. Anything that has cotton material is not friends with your natural hair. Flee. Okay, so make sure that you use satin or silk scarves, bonnets, and or beddings. The next tip I have for you is detangle. Because of the kinky nature of your natural hair, it is very possible that when it is dry, even when it's not dry, but especially when it is dry, it's tangled up. The entire thing is tangled up. Now, I usually advise that you take your time during your wash day to detangle your hair. It makes it easy when you want to do your protective styling, or when you want to twist, when you want to make braids like this, when you want to go to the salon to make your hair. It makes things easy. So I start detangling my hair during Prepoo. So while I'm prepooing my hair, I'm finger detangling. Let me give you a fun fact. When I started my natural hair journey, the first 2 years of my natural hair journey, a comb did not touch my hair. A comb did not touch my hair, and my hair wasn't tangled. I used to always finger detangle. Even when I'd go to make my hair outside, I'd go to a salon or somewhere, tell them, don't use a comb on my hair. Finger detangle. Your hair is fine and beautiful. It's as long as you moisturize, it's easy to detouch. It's gentle to the touch. All you have to do is finger detangle. You can buy a detangling brush. You can get a white tooth comb, or just ensure that whenever you are detangling, you are doing it gently. Start from the bottom and work your way up to the scalp. It is essential, even before you wash your hair or while washing your hair, it is essential that you detangle your hair. My next tip will be Prepoo. So Prepooing is a must. The first thing I do on wash day is to prepare my hair. It is a way to introduce moisture back into your hair. At the beginning of your wash day, you prepare your hair, you are introducing moisture into your hair. By the time you wash your hair, deep condition your hair, by the time you start all those processes, your hair will be open to accept the products that you are about to use. My most used method of preparing is the hot oil treatment. It's very simple. I have filmed a video showing you how to use the hot oil treatment for Prepoo. So I would be posting it, just teaching you a very simple hot oil treatment on how to prepare your hair. I never go under the shower to wash my hair without preparing. Never, ever, ever. It is very important that you learn to, or you find the time to prepare your hair before washing. Preparing simply means pre-shampooing. So it's an activity you do before you shampoo your hair. My next tip will be avoid salons like a plague. So if it's not a natural hair salon and you have natural hair, my dear queen, avoid that salon. If you live in Lagos, Nigeria like I do, or if you live in Nigeria generally, you'll notice that not many salons are equipped to deal with natural hair. You go there and they are scrubbing your scalp with their fingers. They are brushing, they are combing your hair, they are dragging your hair from the roots. During the period of this my natural hair journey, I have gone to certain salons and I've had some very, very terrible experiences. Some people don't even know how to wash natural hair. Many people, see, the truth is, many Nigerian Lagos salons are not equipped to take care of your natural hair. It's crazy. It's a lot of things. They don't know the right conditioners to use. They don't know the right products to use. They don't know how to treat your hair. They don't know how to take care of your hair. That's just the long and short of this story I'm telling you. So if it's not a natural salon, please try to avoid it. And then there are some natural hair salons around. They're quite pricey, to be honest. They're quite pricey. Most natural salons are not cheap at all. But do your research, budget properly, because your natural hair deserves it, and try to avoid salons that are not meant to cater to natural hair. My next tip will be open to experimenting. With this natural hair, you can't be set in your ways. You can't be rigid. You can't always do copy and paste. Now, I'll be doing a number of hair videos here to show you how to do this, how to do that. Most of these things are suggestions. They are things that you might be able to use on your hair. But by the time you've got to learn your hair, you understand your porosity, you understand your porosity, you understand your elasticity, you understand the density of your hair, then you would know what works for you and what doesn't work. Okay, there's so many things I want to try. For example, I have had my eye on a silk press for a while. So I intend that maybe before the year runs out, I'll go and get a silk press. I don't like heat on my hair. I barely use heat on my hair, but it's something I'd like to try out. Understand the kind of hair you have and what it can do, and then be open to experimenting. The worst that can happen is that it will fail. So try and be versatile, experiment with your hair. Be open to trying new things with your hair. Set a regimen. So you can decide that, I don't have the time to wash my hair every week, so I wash my hair every 2 weeks. If I don't have maybe long braids or stuff like that, do a protein treatment once a month. Moisturize your hair with water and a humectant, and maybe additional leave-in once every 2 days. Set a regimen. It makes your life easy. People are busy. You have a work. You most probably have a child. You have businesses to run. You cannot spend time. You can't spend the entire day on your hair. So decide that this is what I'm going to do. And you can't say because you have a child or children and you have a job, you have this to do, you go up and down looking like a scarecrow. You don't want to go about looking like a scarecrow. You still want to slay as much as possible. You still want your hair to be healthy. If this natural hair thing doesn't work for you, go and lock your hair. But even when you lock your hair, you still need to refresh occasionally. So try and set a regimen. You know that, okay, this weekend is this weekend is my wash day. On Saturday is my wash day. You start preparing your mind towards that. You know that you need to moisturize your hair every 2 days. If you need to set a reminder, do so. Don't leave your hair to chance. Don't decide that it is when it comes to my mind, whenever I remember and I have hair that I take away. No, set a regimen. It makes your life, it makes your life easy. It just keeps you on a schedule. Okay. Last but not the least tip will be patient. Natural hair requires a lot of patience. Your hair will not all of a sudden grow to shoulder length in one day. It won't. You would need to, you might have to try several things. You might have to experiment with several things just to know what works for your hair and what doesn't work for your hair. It is not touch and go. It is not magic. So you need to be very, very, very patient. Sometimes you have to use a number of products before you find the one that is really good for you. Sometimes you are lucky, you get the first product and it's really good for you. But other times you might not be so lucky. So be very patient. Decide that on this journey you're going to be patient. You're going to love your hair regardless. You're going to learn your hair. You're going to give your hair the treatment that it deserves. And at the end of the day, enjoy the journey. I know the destination is beautiful. When you get there, it's beautiful, but decide to enjoy the journey of your natural hair. If you have gotten to this point of the video, thank you. If you like what you see, please let me know in the comment section. If there are questions you want me to clarify, also let me know. If there are video ideas you'd like me to do in regards to natural hair as well, please let me know. If you are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button below. It's that red button that has subscribe. Subscribing is free of charge. All you need is a Gmail account. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and then like the video. If there is a fellow queen who is going on this natural hair journey and will find some of these tips I have mentioned useful, please share this video with them. Also follow me on my Instagram. I'm not very active on Twitter, but you can follow me on Twitter as well. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.